Hey, I have finished the Gray Bastards. Not the, yes, the Gray Bastards. A number one in the Lotlands trilogy, I believe, by Jonathan French. And it was an okay ending. It was definitely the end of a first book kind of ending. The wizard, Crafty, got away. They did dust off one bad guy in the Sludge Man. They had an incursion by the orcs, and Jackal had it out with the Claymaster, the head of his horde, his hoof. It's not horde, his hoof. I think horde is probably a video game reference that I don't play. So we had all that, and the good kind of action scenes. We had a bit of a Dux X Elphica in the final. They're basically going to get killed by all the orcs, but we're got assistance from unseen assistance from the elves who Starling had managed to vouch for and said you owed them, so we're able to fight off the orcs. So that was good. That was good. I think I'd heard people go on. I'd heard people talk about how the ending is quite the shocking ending, and that's what drew them forward to the next book. And I'm assuming, this is all spoilers, I'm talking all about the end of the book here, obviously, that the shocking thing was that Fetch became the new chief of the Hoof. That Jackal said, basically I need to go off and be with the halflings and sort things out that way. I am basically bound a different way. I'd have divided loyalties. You can't have a leader of the thing that's going to be magically drawn to the halfling thing whenever the centaurs go into their insane murder spree that they do every time the moon comes out, which seems like a very magical thing in itself. So you have to nominate someone else, and he gives this big stirring speech why it needs to be Fletch, and everyone else around him has already got all their hands up and say oh yeah, as soon as you said her name, of course, that's who it was going to be, which is that's kind of interesting in this culture here. I don't think I'm not convinced by that these particular dudes would. I mean, I'm convinced that Oak and Oates and Jackal would, but I'm not quite convinced that everyone else there would do that. So it kind of rang a little hollow to me. Yeah, it was an okay ending to the first part, but nothing particularly stirring. So I think I should check and see if it's actually on audio in the next books, but I don't have any great urge to get back to it super quick to go on to the next one. And just because of the reasons already outlined that I've talked about it. There's various things of I'm not exactly sure why Crafty the wizard was kind of gave up so easy, other than it's the end of the book, so we need him to back off at the moment. He had a certain kind of a plan, and you'd think well, yeah, I mean, I guess he did, in the sense that he transferred the sickness not to Oates but to a young thrice blood, and that now that young thrice blood is kind of, they're going to take it to the elves to try and cure him. I wonder if that will actually happen, or if someone will intercept them. I don't know. It's I was semi. They kind of went for the warm, fuzzy ending, of like, look, we have Fetch as the leader of the hoof, and Jackal's going off on his quest, and Oates is gonna go and take care of what's basically kind of his little child thrice blood, and adopted child thrice blood, and it's like, oh, isn't that nice? And it's like, it's like we're trying to kind of paper over still just all the stuff that's just sort of, it's all based on rape. It's like every single one of these characters is a child of rape, and it's just it doesn't sit well with me. It's a tough world. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I would. I don't think I would go on with it. I have a feeling. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Gray Bastard. At least right after. Good Lord, at least right after talking about it. Right after finishing it. Sorry, I'm distracted by the doodle who is in high alert. I might sit and do a little bit more of a formal review. I doubt if I'll release it. I don't think I've got much to say on the matter other than my own kind of queasiness of the matter, but I'll probably give it a shot, probably, because that's what I like doing, is attempting to talk intelligently. All right, I have been Jay. More videos later.